Episode 44. Hello everyone and welcome to Wolff&Schafe Podcast. My name is Magdalena and sorry for rustling sounds. And this is my little kitty co-host, the Marat. Meow. Great to see you guys. We have a Tuesday, December the 20th of 2016. And it will be my last podcast episode this year, since on Thursday we are going to our families to Poland to celebrate Christmas and New Year's, and then I will probably be too busy to podcast, and also I'm not taking my recording device with me because it's big and heavy and I prefer to have space for yarn in my luggage. However, I hope I will be able to do some short vlogs just to keep you posted, and also because everybody's so awesome with their Vlogmas, I also wanted to join just a little bit. I knew from the start that it won't be possible for me to vlog every day, but well, just a little bit, and one of those vlogs has already happened. If you haven't noticed, there is one vlog on my YouTube channel you can check out. And yes, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me again to chat about all crafty things. If you're a new viewer, welcome. This is a knitting, spinning and dyeing yarn podcast in little town of Adliswil near Zurich in Switzerland. I'm Polish, but I live here with my family, namely my husband and our little son. So yes, you can find me on Instagram on Ravelry under my full name, which is Magdalena Wolff with double F. And if you enjoy my show, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. This way you will be notified about my updates, and my show notes always appear here in the down bar, and helpful links are in video description here on YouTube. We also have a Ravelry group, a Wolff&Schafe Podcast Ravelry group. And there you can join our knit-alongs, and you should totally check it out because we have a knit-along going on right now. I will talk about this more later in the episode. So I think we can start with knitting. I will show you. So socks for Gleb are getting closer and closer to being finished. These are so huge. I normally don't knit male socks, so for me these are like, oh my gosh. But I really do want him to be able to fit his feet in these socks, so yeah, that's what must have been done. So that's what has to be done. And as I mentioned before, these are my experimental socks with all the stitches of the sole of the sock being purled, so that the smoother surface touches the foot inside the sock, and also the heels. They are completed. These were Fish Lips Kiss heel, done in reverse, meaning yeah, the knit smooth surface is inside. Oh, excuse me. But as far as construction goes, the Fish Lips Kiss heel itself is pretty small, so I have added about this much of still like the same purling here, and then I started knitting all around. And I have 64 stitches per sock, and I'm using Wollmeise Twin in Potzblitz colorway for my main color, and the contrasting color is Gynx Yarn's Strong Sock in Eternal Sonata colorway. If you have any questions about this strange project, don't hesitate to ask. And I'm knitting on my Gu 2.5 millimeters, which is US size 1.5. 2 at a time socks, my classic way of knitting socks. And since those Wollmeise skeins are very large, meaning they are 150 grams as opposed to the classical 100 gram skeins, I still have this much left. So I think another pair of socks will be easily doable from this. Maybe also with contrasting heel toes and cuffs. We will see. Oh yes. So about this project, my deadline for this project is Gleb's 30th birthday, which will be on January 16th. And so is the deadline for our knit-along, which is Winter Gifts Knit-along. And for more details you can check out our Ravelry group. However, I will just in short tell you that this is a knit-along that in which you're supposed to post your gifts to others. So your projects are supposed to be done for someone else. And it doesn't matter whether it's Christmas gift or birthday gift or whatever holiday other gift. It's just as long as you've started in November this year and you finish by January 16th, you're okay to take part. And I have finally decided on the second half of the prize, because first half of the prize is this skein of yarn. It's Scrumptious Aran by Fyberspates, and it's 45% silk, 55% merino in cherry colorway, and it's really scrumptious. And the other half will be my hand-dyed yarn, and this is on my Belladonna base, which is merino nylon cashmere blend, and this is fingering as opposed to that one, which is obviously Aran. And yes, the colorway is Corona Borealis, and it looks like this. I've shown this colorway suppose on my dew base, but it looks completely different on this base. So yes, the lucky participant will get these two lovely skeins. How awesome is that? So yeah, we already have some lovely entries there. If you're not participating, you can just have a look there. It's very interesting, and it's so nice to see so many people putting like a lot of their time and heart into gifts for others. It's just somehow house blah blah blah. Somehow it's heartwarming. So yeah, these are not all socks I'm working on. My second project is a selfish knit for myself, because yeah, you can't be all the time a saint knitting for others, right? So my holiday socks are also they are at a similar stage, I'd say, to those for Gleb. but they just go faster because they are smaller. And oh, sorry, it was a needle on my teacup. It's a nice sound, by the way. So it's the same size of Chao-gu needles, so 2.5 millimeters. And my main color is Gynx Yarn's Strong Sock in Naughty or Nice colorway, which is her 2016 holiday color, Christmas colorway. And the contrasting colorway is, the contrasting yarn is my hand-dyed yarn Wolff&Schafe Paw in All Saints Day colorway. And I absolutely adore how they look together. Just have a look at this. I think they... Oh, come on. Yeah, I think it looks really nice and Christmassy too. Somebody commented on my Instagram profile that it looks like snow with confetti on it. So it's maybe a bit like New Year's Eve celebration already, but yeah, I see them as Christmas time socks. Well, but nobody says I can't wear them on Christmas Eve as well. And yeah, what else? I wanted to say something more. Oh yeah, they are just plain vanilla socks, started from the toes, and I used Judy's Magical Cast-On method, which is my go-to method for knitting socks, and then I increased till 56 stitches, which is again my classical number of stitches for myself, and then Fish Lips Kiss Heel. So yeah, I'm enjoying these a lot. I still have this much left, so maybe another pair of Christmas socks will happen next year. Who knows? So yeah, this is my socks, and now is the time for blankets. So last week I showed you that I've started a new blanket, and I only added one other square to it. So and of course I was so sure that this time I won't mess up the direction of the diagonal lines, but again I did that, so it's just me, and that's how it's meant to be. Yeah. So the new square is Madelinetosh DK, and I don't remember the colorway. I've used it some time ago already. What was it called? I don't remember, but I used this yarn to knit a tam for myself, and it appears on my vlog, so you can check it out. And I still have some left, like this much. And even though this is a worsted weight blanket, Madelinetosh Tosh DK is, I'd say it's closer to worsted weight than DK. So I had no scruples against putting it here. And I have some other ideas. For example, I have some, not that much, I have like 28 grams of leftovers from my flax sweater that I've shown last episode. This is, yeah, I think it will it? Yeah, it might look nice. We shall see. And then I have this like dark chocolate brown yarn, which is, I think it's Lang Yarns. I made a pair of fingerless mitts for my friend from it. I think it's called Alberta or something. It's very soft, and it's quite thick. So I think it will work well. Maybe even here. So this is my puffy memories blanket, but I suppose my main blanket project will still be a cozy memories blanket. This will just be, you know, to use up my worsted weight scraps, and maybe if I really have too much of finger weight yarn leftovers, then I will hold the yarn double and add also to this blanket. But, oh, where is it? So my cozy memories blanket. Oh, and I'm knitting on the puffy memories blanket. I'm knitting on my Knit Pro interchangeables 5mm, which is US size 8. So pretty big needles. And my cozy memories blanket, I'm on row 4, and I have 13 squares per row. I have only added this square and just started knitting on this one, and I hoped I could finish this before this episode, but it just did not happen. Sorry. So this square is the repetition of this one from row 2, and it's my handspun from Rolex by the Woolly Witch, and the colorway was Be Mine, and I believe it was a merino bamboo blend. I still have some left. I don't know, it just, I think I made those squares too small because they seem to use so little yarn that I always have more and more left. But no worries. I think I showed this to you last week. Okay. Wherever, that's the next section anyway. And finally, I called this Cardivine from Cardigan and Wollenvine, because I'm using majorly Wollenvine yarns for this project. And as you can see, I had only this much done last week, and I made some more, and I have already split the body and the sleeves, so I have them on spare cable and spare circular needles. I am still a bit stressed about how it will, whether I will have to rip it all back or not, because I'm knitting from a recipe, not a pattern. Oh, some green tea. So yes, I just split for the sleeves, and I think when I do a couple more rows I will be able to put it on and see whether it's like tight on in the armpit area, or whether it stretches or is too big maybe. I think I should have calculated it well, but since I'm still a beginner in creative knitting, meaning not following a set pattern, everything can happen, right? So I also have my cute or strange little notebook. Actually, yeah, this is the front, but yeah, this is the front. So this is basically a notebook I bought when I was in Japan, and it's for school children because it tells you to write in which class you are and your name and stuff like that. But I use it for, and it's without grid or lines, just blank. So I use it for my patterns note of various types. These are my calculations for the sweater, and yeah, I do some changes. For example, about the stripes I'm planning to introduce into the sweater. So the sweater is supposed to be, according to my plans, 3 colors. And I have just introduced the first stripe. I was planning to have 3 stripes and then a segment, of a solid color, but then I made a swatch for the stripes and I measured it, and it turned out that I wouldn't have enough of the sweater to fit everything I wanted, so I decided to skip one stripe and we'll see how it works. So my first color is Wolff&Schafe Yarns Narwhal, and it's here in Myth colorway. It's this beautiful icy blue yarn with cooler and warmer blues, very subtle, and I'm loving it. I really like working with this yarn. And I have another skein in the same base but different colorway. It's I Am No Bird colorway. So this will be at the top. Oh, sorry, my elbow went down. This will be on the top, then another color, and this will be at the bottom. And the middle color is this. It's Everlasting, no, it's Dream in Color, Everlasting in Bitter colorway. And I love how they look together. Look. Look. If it works, I will be so happy. Just so happy. And I'm knitting on Haya needles. Just regular, not sharp. And the size is 3.5 millimeters, which is US size 4. I've used this much yarn, and it's good that I have yarn left, because I will need it. I will need it a bit for the sleeves. However, I believe there will be quite some left over from it, which is good, because it's better than to run out and then don't know what to do. So yeah, this is my, again, experiment. I'm in experimental mode these days. And I think this is all for knitting this week. And now off to spinning. I was showing this one, but I think I showed this to you last week, and it's meant to be in my Cozy Memories blanket. It's around 10 grams or so. And now I have this one finished, completed. It's so gorgeous. I love it. It's again Fellview fibers in Fafnir's Heart colorway, and it has some Stellina in it, or maybe it's Angelina, yeah. Anyway, it's this gorgeous blood red color plus the gold, I believe, for well, blood red is for the heart, and gold is for Fafnir's treasure, because he was a dragon guarding the treasure. Okay, and this is 13 grams, so also small, and it's around 50 meters, 50 and a half to be exact, and I again used the Andean bracelet technique. I like the result. I like the way I enjoy working with it while playing, but the setup of wrapping the yarn around your wrist is just so time consuming. I don't know whether I will use it much in the future. I will see, but yeah, it was very interesting to learn something new. So this is my spinning, and yeah, about dyeing. I had custom order for dyeing fiber last week, and it was a lot of fun. I will try and post a photo of the finished dyed fibers here. With fibers it's different than with my regular colorways, because I don't have regular colorways with spinning fibers, so it's kind of exciting. And also, yes, I was worried whether the customer will be satisfied, so it was a bit, I hope it's what she wanted, what she described. But she really loved the photo I sent her, so fingers crossed she likes it. And so one was to be muted greens and blues and pinks, and the other one was to be really saturated rainbow. And yeah, I hope that's what she was dreaming about. I also wanted to thank everyone who has purchased my yarn recently, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your projects either on Instagram, on Ravelry, on Ravelry. And yes, my yarns are on Ravelry, so you can connect them to your projects, because I would love to see what you're doing with it. And also, just a quick reminder that you still have a few days to use the coupon code WinterKnits 2016 to get a 15% off of your purchase. And this is this code will work till December 21st, which is, I believe, tomorrow. So last chance. And then tomorrow evening I will close the shop because I'm going away for 2.5 weeks. So that is it. Yes, also about my yarns, I have more yarn that I let on in my shop, simply because I still have quite a lot in stock, and I just don't want to put it everything there at the moment. So if you're interested in any colorway or yarn base, just contact me please, and I will see. Maybe I still have it. So for the yarn bases and regular colorways, you can go to my webpage, which is www.wolff&Schafe.com. And this is it for crafting today, and the last segment about my everyday life is left. So we went, Gleb, Stasha and me, we went last Sunday to a museum for a change, because we don't go to museums so often, because, you know, we have a small kid. It's sometimes really annoying to us and other people. However, there is an exhibition here in Zurich, in Riedberg Museum, of woodcut paintings or woodblock paintings by Japanese painter Ito Shinsei, and I just had to go and see it, because I don't know if you're aware of that. I might have mentioned that, but basically Japanese painting is my field of study, especially so-called bijinga, meaning portraits of beautiful women. So it was just, I have to be there. I just had to. And it was also interesting because apart from this temporary exhibition, they also have, like in other parts of the museum, they have more oriental things on display. It's kind of interesting because they have Japan, China and Africa. These three. And it's like, okay, I can see the connection between Japan and China, but Africa is completely like, yeah, a different pair of shoes, as we say. And yeah, it was very, very interesting. And anyway, the African part was kind of creepy because they have a lot of those ritual masks. Stasha looked at some of those African masks and his face was like, oh, and he said, I'm scared. And I don't blame him. I was creeped out myself. And I think it's because as opposed to other pieces of art in that museum, those were for ritual purposes. So it's just different when you make something to be used by some aristocrat on his table or wherever, like a teapot or a bowl or whatever. And when you create a mask that is supposed to be used by a shaman, and it just gives you a different kind of, I don't know, vibe. So it was very interesting, and it was fun to go out together somewhere, because sometimes we are just so lazy, we just don't go to any interesting places, we just sometimes we just stay at home, and it's great to go out together. And we had dinner after the museum, so yeah, we enjoyed it. And as I mentioned, soon we are going to Poland for 2.5 weeks, and I'm pretty excited. It's this time of the year, and I am one of those people who enjoy Christmas, so yeah, it will be fun. And other than that, I'm listening to Harry Potter audiobooks again. And I'm enjoying it so much. I can't believe it that I can read Harry Potter over and over again, and then now listen to Harry Potter again and again. I can watch the movies again and again. I don't know why. One part of it is, I think it creates this very, like, this different but similar to ours world that creates like a comfy space for you, even though later on there are more and more really depressing and scary things there. Still, I just like to visit that world. And yeah, with that, we will say goodbye and already Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holidays. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, have a wonderful time. I hope you will enjoy your free time, because in many countries you have at least, well, this year it's only second day of Christmas is free because it's a Monday. But anyway, I hope you will have a great time and a great New Year's Eve too. And we will see you in 2017. Meow. Bye.